Hi, Steve. It's Paul from University of South Florida. How are you? I am really excited that I can say a few words at your retirement. I'm saddened that it's your retirement, but I am excited that I can be part of it. So I was trying to think, what could I say? And everyone's going to talk about how great of a researcher you are and everything, but I thought there was a couple things. One is, when I first heard your name, you had published in the same field as me in canic acid. And then I learned, of course, that you were at Cambridge working with Susan Iverson. And of course, I had applied there, didn't get in, and I guess you got in at some point there. And I ended up going over to Australia, which I had a great time. But of course, the other thing was your papers were always better than mine. We stayed publishing in the same fields, but yours was always better than mine. And we both edited journals, and your journal was always better than mine. And so I was like, wow. But then we met in Budapest at an IBRO meeting in the 80s. We're at the same hotel, and it just clicked. You and I became such good friends, which just remained the last 30 years or so. And there's a couple things I wanted to point out. One was, do you remember the time when you and I used to put on those flying neuroscientist meetings? And why would we put those on? Because we were both avid pilots. And we've flown the English Channel together, we've flown over Florida together, we've had such a good time. But do you remember the one time when these two young men, scientists, came into our flying neuroscientist meeting at the Society for Neuroscience, and we shook their hands, how you doing? And we said, what do you fly? What kind of airplane? And they looked at each other and they said, oh, we thought this was for people that work on flies. But then you talked them into how great flying was, and we all had a great time, and they stayed with us for the next hour. I think the other thing that was fun was that as a family with your wife, Sarah Jane, myself and Cindy, we've really enjoyed some great times. So I wanted to introduce you to someone else here who really wanted to say a few words, and that, of course, is my wife, Cindy, who is also a neuroscientist, as you know. And so, Cindy, why don't you say a few words?
Hi, Steve. Congratulations on your retirement. And actually, I wore this blouse today in honor of you and Sarah Jane, and it has little Eiffel Towers all over it because I had heard that both of you are moving to France, and so I'm hoping we can get an invite.
So Steve and Sarah Jane have a great retirement. I did want to say one more thing, and that is because you were so much better than I am, I had to go into administration, which has really turned my hair white. And also, I want to make sure, please try to come to the 25th anniversary of the ASNTR meeting in Clearwater. And I got to find to get you over here so that we can spend a couple days flying and having some good fun.
And get Steve on the dance floor. Like
yes,
on
of
the
course.
beach, of course.
Of course, absolutely. So happy retirement.
Happy retirement.